Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Inshallah, to start any event, as a Muslims, I think we should inshallah start it off with the Quran recitation, the words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So at this time, I would actually like to call up Hafiz Shadman to recite the Quran. Jazakallah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. لله ما في السماوات وما في الأرض وإن تبدوا ما في أنفسكم أو تخفوه يحاسبكم به الله فيغفر لمن يشاء ويعذب من يشاء والله على كل شيء قدير. آمن الرسول بما أنزل إليه من ربه والمؤمنون كل آمن بالله وملائكته وكتبه ورسله لا نفرق بين أحد من رسله وقالوا سمعنا وأطعنا غفرانك ربنا وإليك المصير. لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها لها ما كسبت وعليها ما اكتسبت ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا أو أخطأنا ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إصرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. صدق الله العظيم. السلام عليكم.
Takbir. Takbir. Subhanallah, mashallah, jazakallah, hafiz. Inshallah, so before we get into the presentation, I first want to thank everyone who came here tonight. Jazakallah, on behalf of Buffalo Muslim Community Services, we would like to thank you guys for coming out today for such an important talk that we're going to present to you today. So inshallah, in the next slide. So pretty much the agenda for today. First, we would like to first introduce what this organization is about, to tell you guys a little bit more about this organization, what we do. After that, I want to welcome some of the guest members, and then also pretty much talk about our program for Kashmir. And then after that, we will talk about other organizations that have some programs for Kashmir. And then after that, there will be an open mic in open mic, you will be able to share your suggestion, your concern, or if you have anything to share about or inputs about the Kashmir. So inshallah, the next slide. At this time, we will choose an Amir who will pretty much facilitate and who is Amir?
Everybody else, my life. Okay, I will give this to Dr Faizan because he has more experience and to organize and to control him.
So inshallah, our Amir will be Dr. Faizan. If you could please have a seat over here. Pretty much the Amir will make the final decision, final say for our talk. For the
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Brothers, I'm not an Amir, I'm a Khadim, inshallah. So I think it's about time that we give the baton to the younger generation and let them lead our way. So with all due respect to all of the people who are here, my Amir is the president of MSA, Ehsanul Haq. Since you chose me Amir, I am choosing him.
Inshallah, I mean, with that beautiful talk, I just want to ask everyone if you can make dua for me, inshallah, and make dua for the MSA, make dua for the young generation, make dua for the young adults that are here in UB, not only in UB, but throughout the states. And inshallah, me just being the president is just so I can provide opportunities and make sure the Muslim brothers in UB know where to come when there's no hope. And inshallah, that's all I'm here for. Just make dua for me that I could keep continuing to do this effort for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Inshallah. So a little bit about BMCS. So it is a non-profit organization. We try to provide assistance to our neighborhood. So this is pretty much at this very moment neighborhoods around the east side community. So we do things like clean up the streets, and we have a lot more agendas throughout the year. Right now, we're cleaning up the streets, trying to plant trees around the neighborhood, trying to make this community a safe environment for everyone. Alhamdulillah, this community has there has been a lot of Muslim coming in. So pretty much we want to provide a safe place for their children and for themselves, inshallah. So that brings up the next one. We help develop the community. We have a good relationship with the Buffalo Police Department. Sometimes they come here, they give us some classes, they teach us, what are some responsibility we as community member have for this community. And in the end, we just want to be the voice for this community. A lot of time, I know there's some effort. I know a lot of time when a brother or sister passed away, a lot of time we want to make sure we have the right facilities for them, providing assistance for them, and inshallah make dua for us that we could keep continuing the stuff we're doing for this community, and not only for this community, inshallah, for every community here in Buffalo, inshallah. So with the next slide, pretty much the main focus and the main goal for this meeting today, the BMCS, we would like to do a program for Kashmir. So the first bullet point is very important for us to all remember. Whatever we do for Kashmir, it is not a protest against any other country. It is not a protest against any other people. It is to raise awareness for our Muslim brothers and sisters. At this time, we all know what is going on with Kashmir, and it's very unfortunate. It's very sad, and us as Muslim brothers, we have a responsibility. Yes, we may not know them, but they are Muslim. They are part of this ummah. And if one part of the ummah hurts, the rest of the ummah is hurting. So inshallah, with that being said, we want to pretty much gather a big community, gather around and pretty much kind of like raise awareness and the location will be at the Niagara Square, Buffalo. So this is right in front of City Hall. Right now, the potential dates is September 27th, but that is again just a date right now. It's also for still we still haven't confirmed on a date yet, and that's why this meeting we actually have this meeting so we could know what is a good date for all the organizations to come together and to do this awareness. So at this time, I will actually like to give the mic to the floor. If you guys could give us a potential date. Yes.
So,
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. So I'm representing Western New York Muslims. As you know, we are a non-profit organization that is non-denominational and it's non-mosque based. So we deal with all the masajid and we try to get the word out for all the events. So inshallah, this Sunday we have an event, Diversity Cruise, which is going to leave from Basin Marina around 3:30 p.m. So you'll be there if you would like to come. It's a 2 hours ride of the Buffalo River. We do it every year. Regarding Kashmir, you must have heard. That means that hold on to the rope of Allah and do not divide yourself. There are so many things that divide us. Language, culture, history, all that we hear about each other, all the stereotypes we have in our hearts about each other, is all to divide us. But there's one thing that Allah has given us, and we are very fortunate, a deen that brings us together. If it would not be for that deen, we will not be in this room. So it's the blessing of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and the message that he brought to us that we are here. So in that spirit, we are very grateful to Brother Atiq and the Buffalo Muslim Community Services for bringing us together. We need to stand together whenever, wherever there is injustice. Not that it is only when it is done by the non-Muslims, even when it is done by the Muslims, we should call an injustice an injustice. This is the tradition of our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. In this spirit, what has taken place in Kashmir, it had touched the nerves of Muslims all over the world. We had become numb with the pain that we have suffered. We know what has happened in Palestine is injustice. We have lived with it for so long. We know what happened in Bosnia was injustice. We lived with it for so long. We know that what has taken place in Afghanistan and Iraq and Syrian Sham, Syria is injustice. We have become numb. We say it's okay. And some of us even think that we deserve it. We don't. No one deserves injustice. No one. As Allah has provided a human being according to the Quran, a natural dignity that cannot be taken away from them. No matter who they are, whether they believe in Allah or they don't. Injustice, as Martin Luther King said, injustice anywhere is injustice everywhere. So, what has taken place in Kashmir especially has awakened Muslims that enough is just enough now. Enough because we cannot take it anymore. We have our younger generation who's trying to build their future, not only in America but everywhere else. When these injustices take place, they get angry. And when they get angry, what they do? They become vulnerable to the teachings of extremism. They become vulnerable to the teachings of violence. Then everyone blames the Muslims. Enough. We are no longer going to be defensive about it. We are going to call spade a spade We are going to tell what is white and black is black. This is not acceptable. But we have means to express ourselves in this country. Within the means of legal framework, we can express ourselves. That is what guaranteed by the Constitution of the United States of America. We are not doing anything illegal. No one can say that we are doing something illegal. We are not. No one can say that we are trying to demonize a nationality or a country. No, we are not. We are against the steps that has been taken, brutal steps. It was not 1-day curfew. It was not 2-day curfew. It was not a week curfew. 40 days. 40 days is inhuman. If you think about it, you cannot sleep at night. If you think about it, you cannot rest. But we will practice the teachings of our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Because Allah said, Inna Allah ma'as sabirin. Allah is with those who do show and demonstrate patience. But with that, we will exercise the rights that have been given to us by the Constitution of the United States of America to demonstrate how we feel and what we want to do. To fulfill that duty, it is not an option. It is a duty. Because, as you know, Prophet Muhammad said that if you see injustice, what do? You get involved, use your hands. If you cannot do that, then raise your voice. And if you cannot even do that, then at least in your heart, you believe it is wrong, and that is the weakest state of Imam. And now it is time to speak up. So for that, two things are happening. One is because United Nations meeting is happening of the heads of states. On September 27th, Prime Minister of India, Modi, who has been instrumental in leading this aggression against humanity, will be speaking. And we are organizing a rally, a protest, to demonstrate and to tell the rest of the world that it is unacceptable to us. And for that, since September 27th is mentioned here, so that will be a conflict. So on the night of September 26th, there will be at this time one bus leaving from Haim Road Masjid at 10 p.m. after Isha. They will drive all night. They will arrive in New York in the morning. There will be demonstrations, and that night around 6 p.m. they will leave New York and bring everyone back to Buffalo on Saturday morning. Brother from our Kashmiri brothers are funding this bus. There's no charge, but I think we should pitch in as much as we can. It's very expensive. It's not only their cause, it is our cause as well. So please do donate. But we need bodies, we need people. So the people who will go there will be no charge to you. You can donate whatever you can. There'll be no charge for you. However, if you list your name and you do not show up, then we will come after you and charge you money.
That's a good idea.
Okay. So we want to make sure.
Thank you.
We want to make sure that people do show up. Please, if you can make it, and you are absolutely sure, inshallah, that you can make it, and if you cannot make it, you better have a doctor's note. And a doctor should not be a desi doctor. But, so if you absolutely sure, then we have Brother Farooq, we have Brother Shaukat here. Brother Farooq, can you raise your hand, please? Brother Shaukat, can you raise? They are the people who will take the names and will go. So hear me out, one thing, very important point. This is in no way, in no means is an anti-India rally or anti-India effort. There are human beings and there are our brothers and sisters who live in India who are Muslims, and even if they are not Muslims. These steps of this organization, RSS, which is basically believes in the philosophy of hatred, and BJP, the political party which is in power, is the enemy of India. It's not me. If you listen to the moderate voices coming out of India, they're saying they are enemies of India because they have fractured the society of India. They have destroyed the fabric of India. That India where Muslims have served, they say rule, no, we served for over 1100 years, and it never happened under the 1100 years that people will be treated by the Muslims the way they have been treated in Kashmir today. Our history in India is the validity of the tolerance of the Islamic doctrine. You know, if Islam was spread by the sword, 1100 years is a long time to kill everyone. But Muslims still today remains a minority in India, which itself is the proof of the tolerance of Islam. Alhamdulillah. So what we need to do is, so this is one thing that we are speaking about, the rally. Second, on October 4th, I will let the MSA speak. They are doing something, and I think we should support them. We should not do anything to conflict with them. I think if they're taking the leadership, we should support them. Then the possible date to do something in Buffalo it comes to October 11th, which is also a Friday. So I reserve the right to come back and take your time again, inshallah, but I'll give this mic to Brother Yusuf Fazli, who's representing the Kashmiri community, or Brother Atik.
No, just one thing I'd like to add, two things actually. This flyer, inshallah, look at this. If everybody take responsibility for this one, take a picture, you can send to your friends. It doesn't matter if he's in anywhere. So there's almost 2,000 people, so 2,000 people being informed. And by requesting them to explain it, so at least we do this one, make phone calls, or take a picture and just text it to them. If we can do anything, so that's gonna see immediately we are getting almost 4,000 people to be informed about this one. And second thing is, Dr. Saab, as he said, October 11, we are gathering on Niagara Square, but it's not confirmed yet. We spoke with the city of Buffalo. They say it's okay, it's all right, but we have to confirm the paperwork. Then we're going to inform all of us. At least we're going to go over there just for 5 minutes there, just show them and make dua for them. That's it. We're not trying to show anybody else. We are asking Allah to help us. That's all.
Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
I think it's a very difficult every time I get up and talk about Kashmir for me to get emotional about it, because there is nobody in Kashmir here in Buffalo or in the States whose family members are not affected or they are not in jail. The jail 400 people who are not even political or just businessmen have been moved from jail Kashmir to the India, Agra and Delhi, and without reason and rhyme, they don't tell them why they are in jail. So this is emotional. But God knows the best why this thing happened. We have struggled. Kashmir has struggled since 1846 when we were sold. Can you keep it softer a little bit? It's getting, I am shouting to myself. Then we were sold to the Maharaja by British. And since then we have been suffering. And when India started revolution going separate, we had a different. Since 1931, we have been struggling to get out of this slavery. And then in 47, Pakistan was created, there were a lot of small princess states, 152, which was giving the choice wherever they want to join. The majority states where Muslims were supposed to go to Pakistan, and we were supposed to go to Pakistan. But unfortunately, a lot of things happened, as Imam was saying, Munafiq, they come in our shape, they come with our names, they created the Munafiq and split our Muslim community, and that's what the bad trade happened. At that time, they joined somehow, one third went to Pakistan, some to China, and most of it, the prettiest one and the good one, went to India. Since then, we have so to say Munafiqs with the Muslim names governing us. And India at that time promised that we went to the United Nations and promised us that we will ask the Kashmiri people, which was called plebiscite. If you go to Google plebiscite in dictionary, it's called giving a right to the Kashmiris to vote whether they want to be independent or they want to go with Pakistan or India. This is plebiscite, which was 1947 years, 47 years we have been waiting for the plebiscite, which is not yet created. So meanwhile, there was two articles which we had which when we joined India, our Munafiq joined India, was the Article 370 and 35A. 370 was we had our own constitution, only the defense and the communication, something else was India, rest we had our own legislation. And 35A was nobody could buy our property. We had a state subject so that we can buy. I think by the grace of God, something happened to Modi, who is the butcher of Gujarat. He killed so many Muslims in Gujarat that he did not get a visa to visit any European countries or even United States. He was not allowed to come here. Unfortunately, he became the chief minister, so he got the immunity to come to the United States. Otherwise, was banned to come to the United States. And I think now what happened to him, that he divided our state into multiple parts, some of it directly to the central, and couple of things to that he wants to control himself. That's the fight now. This thing happened, and we are without a state now. And that's what this common struggle is. This present struggle is that. And I think, personally, I think this woke us up. We know now, we knew what the color of India is, and this tells us, and what we call Azadi, the freedom is near. And as he said, 40 days we have been in a jail, and 700 to 1 million Indians are keeping us in jail. No communications, no phones, nothing. So we are having all over the United States, people are coming to the New York to demonstrate. So we have a lot of presence, but every town has to have a token of presence. So we are carrying a bus, we are not carrying 2-3 buses. So it has a limited seats, but we want to know, it is first come, first serve basis, who among you also, your community, we want to represent each and every community to come with us, so that we know how much capacity we have, so that we can, some of them may be even disappointed if we don't take with us, because the capacity is 90 seats, right?
No, 55.
55. Okay, 55 seats are the bus. So we can't carry
But
more
if there are
than
more
that.
people, we'll get another bus.
Yes,
Yeah.
there's more people will get on the bus.
Yeah, but it's not easy to arrange the buses, by the way, I'm telling you. But we will have a presence in New York a lot, because there will be also a demonstration in Houston on 22nd. The Kashmiri people are mobilizing themselves too, but thanks to Muslims, especially Pakistan, which are shoulder to shoulder with us. And Alhamdulillah, the presence is there. But we just want a token from every town to present in that rally, so that we can be there. And I am so surprised, I didn't even know, I have been here now, I think, how many years, 50 years or so, I didn't know about this community here. Today I came, although my office is on 1500 Broadway, not far away from here. And I am so blind, I didn't even know this community, really. I go from that side, never come to this side anymore, okay? So this is a eye-opener to me, and alhamdulillah, I really do not know this community. And I am so glad. And we are in a princely state in Haim Road, Williamsville. That's a princely state, okay? And we know everybody there, you know, they are all good. You go to a fundraising, they raise $1 million there. And I see here streets, is a one-way going here. I had a rough time parking here around. And alhamdulillah, some of the people here, what they are doing, it really opened my eyes. I am going to come now, I am an artist here, I am going to come here and see how these guys are doing. And I may now quit High Road, I can't hear. Okay? I really am very much moved today. I did pray in the mosque today. I see the kids there. Our Maghrib, I don't think we have even a one row. Maybe in Isha time we may have a 1 or 2 rows. We have a big mosque here, very beautiful. Beautiful mosque. You should visit our mosque. It is a good decoration mosque anyway, but praying mosque is here. I am going to be involved in this community, inshallah, because my eyes were open today. Okay, that's what I want. Thank you very much for arranging this thing.
Yes, just give me like 5 minutes. I'm just gonna finish the presentation, and then inshallah there'll be an open mic, and then I'll explain some rules. So kind of to go off from that, I would actually just like to add a few things to that. So I've been growing up in this community, and for almost, it's been 10 to 11 years. And subhanAllah, this community has done a lot for me. The person I am, you know, I try to follow my religion as much as possible, but I could say because of this community, alhamdulillah, I could hold on to my religion. There's a masjid literally right next to me. So alhamdulillah, because of this environment, and this is, I actually do go by Haim Masjid, because I go to University of Buffalo, so I do stop by Haim Masjid. I actually did itikaf there this year, and Haim Masjid, it's a beautiful community. There's just so much opportunity. And you know, sometimes when I go to Haim, I cry sometimes just because when I was a kid here, a lot of times, I remember I used to go to the basketball court, but I used to go walk to the park. And sometimes it used to be scary because a lot of people used to jump us, they used to chase us around, and like we used to come back home, and because we were scared. We never had the opportunity to, you know, shoot some hoops. But subhanAllah, in the Haim Masjid, there's literally a basketball court right next to the masjid. And you know, when I went there, I cried because I'm like, subhanAllah, we don't have this opportunity here. But with that being said, inshallah, you know, this is why I want to make sure the community are aware about this neighborhood, because there's a lot of kids here. Yes, we don't have the money, but we have heart over here. And we just want, you know, inshallah, I really want the Haim community to know who we are, right? To know who we are, and inshallah, again, we're all Muslim brothers and sisters here. So, if you could go to the next slide. No, the next one. Yep, over here. So, as Brother Yusuf just mentioned about the next week, the March for Kashmir. So again, please RSVP as soon as possible. Now, I would just like to, me as the president of the MSA, we are also having an event. Nothing has been confirmed yet because we're still contacting the Amherst police. Because the way we do our walks in UB is we walk from North Campus to South Campus. So we walk through Millersport, through Bailey. So people, as we're walking, we're gonna have signs. So people, as they're driving, they could see this. They could be aware of this. So with that, there's a lot of like, you know, we got to make sure the police are involved. We got to make sure we have a town permit for us to walk from North to South Campus. And then we also want to book a banquet hall in Harriman Hall. So the idea is we walk from North Campus to South Campus. We raise awareness as we're walking. And then in South Campus, we're going to have like a little, like a speaker. If they could, you know, talk to us about Kashmir. I'll actually, at that, on October 4th, I'll actually want to invite all of you guys. Inshallah, once everything is confirmed, I will be sending out flyers. And we actually do need some speakers there. We will provide food. And I just want to, you know, tell all my uncles here and my brothers here that inshallah the opportunity is coming soon, inshallah. So whenever the flyer is out, please share it to everyone. Alright, so inshallah the next slide is the open mic. Before I hand it off the mic to the audience, again, just some rules. Each guest will be allowed to talk for 5 minutes, because there is a lot of people that want to talk. And also, when someone is speaking, please do not interrupt, and please show respect to other people. But before I want to first give the mics to our local Imam here, starting off with Imam Ismail at Masjid al-Iman. If you could share some few words.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salam ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa man istana bi sunnatihi wa tabi'a hudahu ila yawm al-din. First of all, jazakumullah khairan for showing up today and come for this big matter that's happening with the Muslimin. And subhanallah, if we talk about the pains happening with the Muslim countries and Muslim communities around the world, anywhere in the Muslim country you look around, you will find the pain there. If you look at the Arab countries, Syria, Palestine, I call Palestine and Kashmir, it's the oldest case for the Muslimin, and they failed for 70 years to solve these two cases, subhanAllah. And this is why we are sinking now as a Muslim community and a Muslim in the world. We are sinking in more blood for the Muslimin. Why? Because the people that they fail to solve the problems in Palestine and Kashmir, because it's two old cases here. But subhanAllah Azim, now we feel that what happened now in Kashmir is like they are waiting to see what's the Muslimin gonna do, what's the other Muslim gonna do. The old Muslimin that we was depend on them, and like the Saudi Arabia, like the Muslim country, big Muslim country like Egypt and Saudi Arabia, and these big countries, Allah musta'an, as the brother said, we was talking, they are munafiqeen. Munafiqeen, they used to pray behind Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, and they was crying behind Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam from the Quran. And when they die, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, وَلَا تُصَلِّ عَلَىٰ أَحَدٍ مِّنْهُمْ مَاتَ أَبَدًا. Don't pray for them when they die. Don't pray for them. This is the munafiqeen. They used to be in the time of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, and they are in our time. They pay money for the non-Muslim to kill the Muslimin. They pay money for the Burma government to kill the Burmese brother. And everywhere, subhanAllah. You hear about what happened in the Emirates. In the Emirates, the Mohammed bin Zayed, the president or the vice president, he just gave the medal for Modi. For what? For killing Muslimin? It is, subhanAllah, يعني Allah musta'an. We don't want to mention this because, wallah, it makes us sick. But what we should do as a Muslim. Yes, as a Muslimin, you should stand. You should stand next to your brother in Islam and support him. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he said, this is wajib, it's not optional. If one brother, a Muslim brother or sister brother if your help, you should. This is obligatory, it's mandatory for you to help and to stand there and do something. You should do that. It's not optional. If you want to do it, you will get the reward. If you don't do it, it's okay. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will forgive you. No. We should stand with each other. This is the Muslim, as the brother he mentioned, when they came and visit us in the masjid, they mentioned the hadith of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, al-Muslimu lil-Muslim kal-bunyan al-marsus yashuddu ba'duhu ba'da. The Muslim to the Muslims like one body. إذا اشتكى منه عضو تداعى له سائر الجسد بالسهر والحمى. If you get hurt, small, if you get small hurt in your finger, all your body you couldn't sleep in that night. Why? From that pain. So this is what the Muslim should feel, subhanAllah. And subhanAllah, now we live in 2019 year, and people change, and the understanding of the people changed. Now if we take the whole Buffalo Muslims, and we go to downtown for a rally, and we raise our voice against what's happening in Kashmir, yes, maybe they will look at us and they will say, but we can do more than this. Now we can use the youth, the new generation, to do a lot of things in the Facebook. just send to our friends, send to the organizations here. Yes, we should gather, inshallah, and this is what the brothers they plan to do. And I would like to say my idea that if you can invite also the non-Muslim, like the senators and the congressman or the mayor and those people that we want from them to understand. Don't think that everybody understands what's happening in Kashmir because you understand it. No, it's not because you understand and you know what's happening in Kashmir that means everybody know. No, you should say that nobody know what's happening in the Muslim country, and this is our responsibility, inshallah, to tell everyone about what happened, about the dhulm, about the injustice that happened there, and raise our voice in that, inshallah. So this is what I'm suggesting to do. If you can invite them and you have program to tell them what happened there. It's not only come there and we can pray. Alhamdulillah, we pray in our masajid and we will never forget, inshallah, our brothers and sisters in Islam from our dua. We can do, inshallah, complete program that when we invite those people and invite the Muslimin and also the Muslimin. It's not only the non-Muslim, they don't know what's happened there. Most of the Muslimin, they don't know what's happening in the Muslim country. Or if they know, they don't care. So if inshallah we bring them there, inshallah, to show them what happened in Kashmir, what's happened to our brother and sister in Islam there, this is inshallah to help bidnillah azza wa jal. Jazakumullah khair again for coming, inshallah. And don't forget, the dua is silah, weapon, by the Muslim hand. You can, inshallah, bidnillah, use it against the dhulm, against the injustice, inshallah. Raise your voice for the dua, inshallah, when you make sujood and you're gonna be close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Remember yourself and remember your brother and sister in Islam and everywhere, inshallah. Jazakumullah khairan wa sallallahu alayhi wa Muhammad wa alayhi wa
Takbir.
Alright, Jazakallah. And this time I actually would like to hand the mic over to Mufti Atif and Mrs. Zakaria.
First and foremost, I'd like to apologize for showing up late. I wasn't home. I was actually in another meeting. I just came from there. I'm sorry for that. I just wanted to mention some words of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It is narrated in Muslim on authority of Abu Hurairah radiallahu anh, and it almost seems like Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is talking to us in times of hardship. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam mentions al-mu'min al-qawiyyu khayrun wa ahabbu ila Allah min al-mu'min al-da'if, that the stronger believer is more dear and closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala than a weak believer. And the scholars go into a little bit of detail about the strength is not necessarily physical, it's also physical, but also spiritual. It's also in times of hardship, who is actually doing something about it. So first and foremost, I would like to mention that this group here is al-mu'min al-qawi in this specific aspect compared to any other person who is not doing anything for this cause. So that was the first thing. And the second advice that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam that he gave after mentioning this, he said, وَفِي كُلٍّ خَيْرٍ, that each of them, even though they might not be here, they might not be part of this group, they might not be part of another group, but whatever their struggles are and whatever they're putting their time into, they are al-mu'min al-qawi in that aspect. So alhamdulillah, we have brothers having different struggles for different things. And alhamdulillah, this group here is standing for a very specific cause. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us all the energy and strength to continue this. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Dr. Najjar, we know him since we were little kids. And he checked a lot of us when we were kids, all of our physicals and stuff were done by him. So, it's something that, it's not something now. Like we've been hearing about Kashmir from years. And second thing is, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he said, never look down upon another believer because they have their own struggles and they are working. So in this aspect, alhamdulillah, we're in this struggle, we're al-mu'min al-qawi, and we are working towards a cause. Second thing, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said that ihris ala ma yanfa'uk wasta'in billah. That hirs, it actually means be greedy. So look for things that as if you're greedy over all your resources. Whatever benefits you. Anytime anything benefits you, احرص على ما ينفعك. In times of hardship, whatever you could do. It could be a signature, it could be a protest, it could be a walk, it could be a lecture, it could be presence, it could be just showing up to a venue. Whatever we can do, احرص على ما ينفعك. That be sure to take advantage of على ما ينفعك, but never ever forget Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam doing with that, واستعين بالله. واستعين بالله. But seek the guidance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, seek the help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Although we are doing whatever we can in our capabilities, never ever forget wasta'in billah, never forget Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned, ista'inu bis-sabri was-salah. We have to have patience, we have to have our salah. That's our weapon. These are the things we have to respect the presence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the last thing inshallah I leave you with, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, وَلَا تَعْجِزْ. Same hadith. Rasulullah said that utilize all the avenues that you can do. What's the be greedy and exercise every right that you have in seeking whatever help you can get. Seek the help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala along with it. And do not lose hope and do not lose faith in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Every single thing will have khair in it. Inshallah, we make dua that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the ability to be steadfast, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the energy to continue this work in any platform that we can. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala really truly unite our heart, and all the groups that are come together, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala unite our heart and unite us just like this in the presence of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Ameen.
Takbir.
Allahu Akbar. Next, I would like to give the mic to Imam Suraj from WNY Muslims. You could share a few words. Thank you.
الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسوله الكريم وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. أما بعد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. This Kashmir issue is more than 70 years. So we are from like a neighbor country. I'm actually from Bangladesh. Also, when I was really young, that time from this time we are listening about the Kashmir issue, and maybe 15-20 years before it was another this kind of situation. So this kind of situation coming years and after years. So we should raise our voice. We should help our Kashmiri brothers. Those we all are our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, all Muslim are like a body. So when any person, any Muslim hurt, so we should feel the pain. For this reason, we should come together, and thank you thank you everybody to come here and raise voice for Kashmir. Jazakumullah khair.
Jazakallah. I mean, at this time, there's a lot of people. I would actually keep open the mic to the floor. I know namaz is in I think 9:30. So I mean, if there's any before we move on to the open mic, I just want to confirm that inshallah the BMCS will do the protest on October 11th. They have confirmed that date, inshallah, so that way it doesn't affect any other events that are happening. So inshallah, October 11th, inshallah, will be the walk at City Hall, inshallah.
It should be on Friday and after the Jummah.
Yep, so it will be on a Friday, it will be right after Jummah, inshallah, at Buffalo City Hall.
You don't have a date for the walk from north to south?
Yes, so October 4th, inshallah, but I want to make sure everything is confirmed, and then I will send out the flyers to all the organizations, inshallah. 4th of October, correct. At this time, I actually would like to give the mic to Mulana Muqeed from Marcus Masjid.
Assalamu alaikum. Alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. Allah Azza wa Jalla, وتعاونوا على البر والتقوى ولا تعاونوا على الإثم والعدوان. So in this moment I don't want to take lots of time. Alhamdulillah, whatever I'm trying to say,
all brothers already said. The main thing is, alhamdulillah, I'm very happy to seeing in the Buffalo, one time in different area, coming together for the sake of our brothers, for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's a very good thing. So alhamdulillah, we are also with them. And in this community, brothers also, most of the brothers from this masjid. I'm the Khadim of Crescent Village Muslim Community Center. Jazakumullah. Assalamu alaikum.
Now I'll actually like to give the mic to Brother Asif from Jami Masjid.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I don't really represent Jamia Masjid, I'm just a member there. But I like to say Jazakallah khair for everybody to come here and this cause. This cause has been going on for a long time. I myself grew up in Kashmir under crackdowns and curfews, so I know personally how people are feeling there right now. Alhamdulillah, I just talked to my dad today after Jummah, and he said that this is nothing new, and they had curfews more than 40 days before when he was growing up. So yes, I know people are worried about it, and because of the social media, Facebook and everything, everybody's informed of what's happening there. To me personally, I think going through the struggle and everything, at the end of the day, I think we should all just make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make it easy for the whole Muslim ummah. To me personally, I think the brothers in Burma or the people who were just, their citizenship was revoked in India, almost 2 million Muslims. So I think Kashmiris, inshallah, will get their freedom, inshallah. I know the brother talked about the munafiqeen. We have munafiqeens everywhere. So, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, at the end of the day, everything is in it's His plan. It's a struggle, but again, we have a lot of struggles. Palestine, Libya, Yemen, Afghanistan, Iraq, Chechnya, and you can just name every other country. So it's good that everybody's getting here together for Kashmir, but I think we should also pray and make du'as for the other communities as well, and we should do something for them as well, because almost every other week is happening either in Burma and Bangladesh and all over the place. So Jazakallah khair, everybody. Inshallah, I think this Allah will put barakah in it, in this effort, and then we should also stay strong and be patient. Jazakallah khair.
Jazakallah. At this time, I also would like to give the speaker to Imam Arif.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. إن الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسوله الكريم وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. Maximum our points are already out, but I want to share only one thing. I remember the Bosnia and Chechnya when the Russia was attacked them. The Bosnian leader and Chechnyan Muslim leader, they are asking the Muslim world. And that time he says, "Oh Muslim leader, oh Muslim brother, you did not help us as a single gun or single bullet, even single dollar. Can you make it to dua in the salah for your Muslim brother?" That's the session's president in that time, Muslim president. But sometime in this type of situation when he's coming, I am very much shocked. If I am in that situation, maybe I will be lost my Imam. How is the suffering nowadays in Kashmir, in Palestine, in Yemen, in Syria, Assam, and also in Burma? If you are thinking that The how is, Alhamdulillah, we are living a country where not a single mosquito can bite me. And I'm hoping I'm going to be Jannah, and I'm doing nothing. I want to see the Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the day of the judgment, and I'm doing nothing. I want to wish to see the Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I am doing nothing. Although everyone, we say the Muslim brother, each are in a body, in a part of my body. Do I feel that? Everyone should ask self that what I am doing. So in this time I will be saying, not only for helping some money, not going to the just in demonstration or come here to say something. This is not the main point and goal. Try to do something which way can all those brothers become a independent country, and with the kuffar and mushrikeen. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, do not make the friendship and the mushrik and Yehudi and Nasara. What do you call the Yehudi and Nasara? Yes, these three things. But maximum time you will see all our richest country, they are focusing in different way. Sometimes I am saying something wrong, might someone hurt. Maximum Muslim leaders, their Qibla not in Makkah, their Qibla is in Washington DC, believe me. If they lose the power, they are going to directly in Washington DC, and somehow they try to make a protocol to reach their destination. Begging their power. They are not begging to power to the Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They are not asking. They are asking and following in somewhere else. So their Qibla is changing. So I will say, please stand up and we may forward in a group. Don't say he is in this group, he is in that group, he is in that group. No. In this point, we should be in one ummah. Ummatan wahida. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu. Ku anfusakum ahlikum nara. Where is it? Nowadays, I didn't see it. And also, the movement. Where is the movement? Might be in my heart, but it is not focusing, not reflecting to me. Nothing reflecting. So I will be say, go there, I will ask the brother, if we are going there, in the local organization, there is a Muslim Ummah of North America, there is an ICNA, there is a ISNA, some other Muslim community is there in Kashmiri and Pakistani, all are group and sessions, Bosnia, and other also, a lot of group over there. Did you or someone can contract with them to be demonstrating together in one place? That could be a strong, powerful, and voice will be raised up in that day, inshallah. Make dua, do not forget, inside the salah, don't make hand like that. Do the inside the salah, some dua, Allahumma inna nadaluka fi nuhurihim, or na'udhu bika min shururihim. Wa sallallahu ta'ala wa sallam alaykum.
Jazakallah. Very powerful words. At this time, I would actually like to give the mic to Abdul Rahman from Hajj. Rahim, I'm sorry.
I just have few suggestions. We should fix a deadline by next Friday.
Yes.
So at least, all the leaders of the communities and the imams, if you can please take the names and numbers and forward to us. So if we have more than 55 people, then we can arrange some transportation. So we should have few days left to decide, what we should do. So by next Friday, we should have finalized the names and the phone numbers.
Should be first come, first serve. If
Yeah,
the second bus
absolutely.
cannot arrange, they are dropped. I have done honest, because there is a capacity, it's very difficult to arrange a bus, another bus in a day or so. But that's why it is important.
Can we take our own car?
Oh, yes, sure.
And follow the bus?
Yes, you can do that.
It's difficult to parking here.
Yeah. Assalamu alaikum ji. My name is Farooq Durrani. So my phone number is here. I would request our Amir now to get the names of the people who would like to come with us. And as Dr. Fazli said, that first come, first serve. but other brothers said here that we can take our own cars. We are ready to do that. If there are more people, we'll see if we can arrange bus, because it's very difficult to arrange a bus. So I would like to have the names as soon as possible by, inshallah, what Brother Rahim said, by next Friday. Sure.
Okay, one suggestion and
Sure,
one question.
Yeah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Inshallah, thanks for gathering whoever arranged this program. And Kashmir issue is actually more and more concerned and more issue for our Muslim brothers, as well as like humanity-based issues. It's not only for Muslim brothers. Anyway, my suggestion is to open petitions. Open petitions through website, through Facebook, through other links. Yes, we have humanity group, we have a Muslim group. So we'll keep opening petitions and collect signs for the petitions. This is one of the best way to let them know we are fighting against our brothers, sisters.
There are lots of, sorry to interrupt, there are lots of pictures already right now.
Yeah.
So, hundreds, everybody.
Yeah, so we just, there's the reason, and
We should sign
here's
those
my
pictures,
suggestion.
whatever is right now circulating, please sign them, that's
Okay.
important.
That's really important, because US Assembly, they will take the petitions. Maybe may not take that much place as we are expecting, but a petition might take place as a documents evidence for ours. And then the questions, actually, here is the agenda was open to actually my thing, and there is a limit also. What I believe, we are united here and we are standing here for one issue. So we should not say something behind of us. There's our actually main issue, we are behind of the scene. I just especially requesting to our brothers, please be united. Please be united in all respect. Do not summarize and specify, a specific issue. Don't bring it here. This is the only issue you call people to say something about Kashmiri Muslim people. And inshallah, we'll win the game, we'll win the race if we support the petitions. Thank you so much.
So I would request everybody to give the names as soon as possible. That's the most important concern right now. And thank you so much for coming, and inshallah we'll be together from now onwards. As Dr. Fazli said, no, I'm not saying goodbye. As Dr. Fazli said just now, that this is a new community we had never seen. We just drive this place every day. Inshallah we'll be together. Inshallah.
One more thing is, everybody should inshallah check the standwithkashmir.com.
Yes.
So we got all the information about what's going on. They're updating every moment. Okay, standwithkashmir.com.
Standforkashmir.org. So inshallah, I'm going to summarize real quick, just a recap, and then I'm going to hand over the mic to Dr. Faizan. So just remember, guys, next week, inshallah, there will be, not next week, the 27th of September. Please sign up as soon as possible. So that is our first event happening from the Buffalo community.
So you have to say that the bus is leaving on 26th night at 9:30 p.m. from the High Masjid.
Okay, inshallah. So, like the brother said, 26th at night. Then, inshallah, will be the UB event. And then after the UB event will be the event. I'm sorry? The notebook?
Yeah.
Just if you want to take notes and stuff like that. But again, please, if you are interested, I actually recommend the brothers to sign up as soon as possible for this event on the 26th night, inshallah. And the mic over to Dr. Faizan.
Assalamu alaikum. So we are going to appoint one person or two people for this community over here. This is going to be Brother Iftikhar. If you could please stand up. And Brother Atiq. So you will collaborate, you will have the names of the people. So on Friday, at the end of Friday, inshallah, next week, or by Saturday morning, you will give us the names of the people from this community who are moving, and you have the contact, Brother Shaukat and Brother Farooq. So we will know. But the people, you're gonna take their names and please take their numbers. So, and remember, if you do not show up, you have to pay. Remember that, and we are going to make it happen, inshallah. And now, in the end, is it the end or we have more? Inshallah. I just want to mention one thing in the end is that the crisis like that will continue to happen. As much as there's a crisis in Kashmir, as brother mentioned, there's a crisis in Assam, which is about Bangladesh. And the time has come that we start coordinating each other. Inshallah, Brother Atiq and I, we are speaking about this. We will have a conference of Muslim organizations of Western New York, inshallah, soon. And you all will hear about this. And we will make sure everybody is together. We can even agree to disagree, but inshallah we have to be together. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
And also quickly a reminder, if you are going to take your own car, let us know, so that way the brothers know that, okay, we have another group coming with us to the New York City event, inshallah. If there's any, yes.
Like you said, if we have a van,
one drill,
so
when do we let them know? When do they need us to let them know?
let us know right now. So then we can, you guys, there's 12 seat passenger leaving from here, and you guys will be following the bus? Yes. Okay, inshallah. So as long as you guys meet us, and I believe the time was 6 p.m. 6 p.m. on September 26th.
No.
9:30.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
It starts at 9:30 a.m. on 27th, that's Friday. The
26.
26, the bus will leave at 27th. It will start there at 9:30 a.m.
Okay.
Demonstration outside United Nations, New York.
So when is the bus leaving from Haim Masjid?
26th Thursday night at 9:30. Everybody has to be there. 10 o'clock the bus will leave.
Okay.
9:30 p.m.
9:30 p.m. So at night, inshallah. It's on the post, so please share.
Can you mention it? Can you mention the Friday? A letter and masjid is already announced for the next week.
Okay, inshallah. And then that's what we will also do. We are actually going to send out letters to each masjid, so that way we can have the Imam also announce it.
It's already over, I think.
9:30 is moving right now.